È tempo di tornare a sognare, è tempo di rialzarsi e vincere.
Italia, ce l'abbiamo fatto, ragazzi, bravo, bravissimo. So now, I just spoke Italian, right? You all in England have to learn Italian, because we back, baby. Just like the Romans conquered England a long time ago, we done it again. This was, I came, I saw, I conquered. Round 2, guys. You just got a lesson in football. I'm sorry. Did you think you were going to beat us? Like, we just came in and dominated you at home. You scored the first goal, yeah. Okay. You think you're going to win. But nah. Yeah, you might have tweaked the formation, caught us by surprise. But nah. Yes, on paper. On paper, you've got brilliant players. The best players in the world. Not in the world, but like, you know what I mean, in this tournament. Yeah, France were arrogant and they went out. Italy and England were the least arrogant teams there. But you thought you could beat us. Like, for a second there, I was worried. And then I was like, okay, this much possession, you guys are sitting back, defending so deep like the old Italy. Like, it was weird to see. Like, go for the throat, man. And, yeah, that's just literally from the heart what I just said. Like, if you don't like it, I mean, of course you don't like it, because you lost. And I'm going to get into it in a bit more detail. The negativity that's come out of this, it's not well done Italy, it's England failed, which is so unfair. It's a game of football, guys. But now we're just talking about bloody blame and racism, and it's not about football anymore. It's not fair. Like, most of us want to enjoy football. Some people aren't there to enjoy football. Some people don't even know anything about football. They're just smashing up the stadium, smashing up their own city. Like, what kind of world are we living in? Like, I imagine, like, if I went to that final in my Italy shirt, I mean, seeing what happened to maybe one or two Italian fans getting attacked. Like, come on. There's only 7,000 Italians. And I saw an interview with Mancini before the game. And they were like, oh, well, how are you going to react to being the away team effectively, only having 6,000 fans? He's like, yeah, throughout the game, you know, you'll hear all the English fans. You won't hear our fans. But you'll hear our fans at the end. When we've won the game, then we'll hear our fans. You know, because I think at the moment when Bonucci scored, we bundled it in the net, yeah, whatever. You get the goal, that's it. Doesn't matter how you score it. It matters about the final result. And England scored too early. And you can blame Southgate. No. Don't even blame Southgate. He's a good manager. Like, but the role of a manager is to be cruel to be kind. And he's just too kind for me. Like, yeah, he says the right thing all the time. He's a politician. But you've got to be cruel to be kind. Like, the role of a manager is to be like a mother and a father. Strict and loving at the same time. Then you earn the respect of the players. I've seen Mancini proper shouting at those players, like over a minor thing, to get them to understand. But they still love him. I'm not criticising Southgate. Like, I didn't rate him in the past. Praised him after getting to the semi in the World Cup. And then, from what I saw before, I was like, nah, I don't know. But he knows the players because under 21s. So surely he you can get the best out of them, and he has. And they can go a step further, trust me. But yeah, if you're an England fan, you're probably not watching this at this point. But well done to Italy. Congrats. I say men against boys, and like the age of Chiellini compared to Bukayo Saka, who does not deserve the hate, because I'm an Italian fan, and my wallpaper here on my laptop is Roberto Baggio, a guy who is loved by Italy, but missed a famous penalty. And we lost on penalties. Between the years of 1990 and before 06 when we won the World Cup, we kept losing, be it on penalties or in games, to France or whoever it was. But we came back. You know, the failure of losing, and England fans should hear this, when you fail, when you lose, you don't really lose because you learn. And that experience, the horrible feeling they're going through, the racism I don't accept. That's disgusting. But yeah, people are frustrated. And as normal football, I understand why people are frustrated. But racism, or those idiots that are being racist, put them on one, that's a small amount. But people were frustrated, but not with Saka. I was frustrated with I mean, as an England fan, you'd be frustrated with the outcome, of course. Can't hold one man responsible, let alone Southgate. Can't say, oh, where was Sterling? Where was this player? Where was that player? It doesn't matter who took them. They've all been practicing penalties. And I'm not singling out players. I support Sancho, Rashford, Saka, of course. My Tottenham player, Kane, he scored, but that's not the point. Even Maguire scored. But it's that moment, they didn't even get a chance to play in that game at all. So they're not warmed up at all. You haven't kicked a ball in the game. How can you be in the mindset to come on and just suddenly score a penalty? For me, Henderson should have taken one. Luke Shaw, I'm not blaming the individuals, but there's players that can take penalties. And Southgate takes the blame, but I'm not, it's football. There can only be one winner. And we just schooled you in football, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, yes. You pull a guy by the back of the neck of his t-shirt, yeah, it's horrible, yeah. Everyone's upset, oh, red card. It still would have gone to pens for me. And it's not I don't know. You can talk about the decisions. I'd rather talk about that than the racism, because that shouldn't be happening. But we're not even talking about the game anymore. But yeah, if you think there's a red card, fair enough. It might have been, but it's tactical. Tactical defending. That nous, that extra bit. And I said in the past, English players are too honest. But Sterling was diving after the game too. And I'm not trying to start a war with anyone. If you don't eat pasta anymore, so be it. If you start snapping spaghetti and doing whatever you're doing with your calzone, do what you want, I don't care. And I'm supposed to be happy because Italy won. I'm gassed. We were in tears. We all almost had heart attacks watching that. You think you did as an England fan, but me as an Italy fan as well. We came this close. You came this close to winning. You can't get much closer than that. But England had to go for the throat because they know their history in penalties. Italy, we've been unlucky sometimes. Recently, we've been more lucky. In 06, we were lucky. With the fact that went to a penalty shootout and we won. We don't always. I'm not saying we were lucky in the game. But I was convinced this was going to pens. 1-1 and go to pens. Didn't think England would score that early. Well done for them. You scored a goal in the final. There's a moment. Luke Shaw, Maguire, these players have been standout. Phillips, Rice in that game. I'm an Italy fan, but I respect that. The two nations I love so dear, that make me who I am, met in a final. That is history. That might never happen again. And listen, I'm a Tottenham fan. I don't have many finals that I've won. We lost to Liverpool that time in Champions League, Tottenham. We don't win a lot. We don't have much of a history. So imagine being a Tottenham fan and an England fan, or a Newcastle fan or something, and an England fan. You never won nothing. You never experienced winning. At least I got Italy. I've experienced some winning over the years. I was more nervous for this than the 06 final. Because now I really get what it meant. And, people who don't get football, it's just a game of football. It is not. It's bragging rights. It's not just a game of football. Honestly. But back to the Chiellini tackle. Or pulling of the shirt. Or attack on Saka, you call it. That may be bad, but what about smashing up the whole of Wembley? That's another level of crazy. You know, just because, you know, it's a moment in the game. You got a yellow. It's a foul. Football is a contact sport. And you're allowed to foul. Professional foul. If that was your team, right? Champions League final, and that guy's about to get through and score, you're doing the same thing. And you agree with your player when he does that. 100%. And this video I haven't made for entertainment purposes. I've just made because I had to. All the emotions building up to this. I haven't slept for this game because it's like the bragging rights and like, God, I couldn't take it. The loss would have hit me hard because I've lost so much as a Tottenham fan. Take abuse from all the other fans. I'm not asking for sympathy because I'm on the winning side here. Italy won. I would have been happy in England won if England won because the party would have carried on. The party's over here. I'm going to go to Italy and celebrate. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, England will be there next time. But Italy, we came from oblivion. We didn't even qualify for the last World Cup. They keep saying it. But we came from nothing like there. Rock bottom. From Buffon crying, saying, I'm sorry I let the country down, all this. You know, we needed this. We needed this tournament. The world needed this. And we got a tournament that was brilliant. Yeah, maybe the team you wanted to win didn't win. But you got to enjoy those moments. You beat Germany. England beat Germany. That was their final, sadly. For Italy, the moment that was crazy was beating Spain as well. Yes, we won the tournament, but Spain have been our bitter rivals. In 2012, I remember they beat us 4-0 in the final. Next day I had my driving test. Where my Italy shirt, I passed. You know, and like, football makes memories in your life, and this tournament was amazing. Yeah, guys, take it easy. Remember, stay up, stay humble. You know, just be nice. You know, just like, we're all going through shit. And Saka doesn't deserve the abuse. I mean, in my eyes, like, at least the Tottenham player didn't miss. Anyway, guys, peace.
È tempo di tornare a sognare. È tempo di rialzarsi e vincere. Siamo una macchina da guerra! Siamo una macchina da guerra! Locatelli doppietta! 2-0! Immobile! 3-0!
Ad uscire, ha saltato Tielemans a Insigne, destra! Lorenzo, il magnifico! Entra l'area chiesa, destra! Siamo avanti noi! Abbiamo segnato noi! Che bandera! Siamo in finale! Jorginho non perdona! Jorginho non perdona! A Wembley passa l'Italia! A Wembley passa l'Italia! A Wembley passa l'Italia! Dallo stadio Wembley di Londra, la finale dell'Europeo, Italia-Inghilterra!